welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to dive into my budget and see where things are and what has been going on and make sure I'm still on track with my budget this month. September is our first full month that is going to show me what is typical of our budget for our family. We are a family of 4 adults. I have 2 adult sons with autism, and then I have my husband who's full-time employed and retired from the Navy, and there's me and my channel. So this is what I have, and this is what is going on. So it looks like all our bills have come out. The only thing I really need to check off here is this tithe. Even though today is Friday the 23rd, I have transferred the funds for the tithe into a savings account until we figure out where our new church is and where God is going to lead us in tithing and offerings. So we are a faith-based family, so that is what we are doing right now. We just moved to Kentucky from Virginia, on the coast of Virginia, to Kentucky. And so we're still learning our way around and discovering new things and places. So I'm really excited about that. And the only other bill I'm waiting on is the home security system, which is installed in this new house that we brought over. And as well as a check that needs to clear for this plumbing. I had a plumber come out and check a few things. He's also a heating, AC, plumbing, all in one company. So, which is really awesome. I like having companies like that can do a lot and educate and take care of the needs of our home. So that is going to be our new company, and I'm excited about that. So when that clears, I'll just check that off. So we are closing out Paycheck 2 today. Here is my Paycheck 2. August is over, September is almost over, and we are one day into fall. And it was very interesting in our region. We were 90 degrees one day, and then the next day we were 70 degrees. And the overnight cool was dropped into the 40s. So that was pretty interesting. I couldn't believe how quickly the weather changed around here. So this will also be the last time this won't be the last time, but when I close out Paycheck 3 later at the end of this month and I move into my first paycheck of the month in October, I'll have a totally different notebook. I have stickers. I have it all set up and kind of laid out because I'm new to this system, but it'll look a little different, but it'll be the same things that I'm doing now. So paycheck to paycheck budgeting, which is my favorite way to budget. And if I have to narrow things down on how to budget, that would be the system I recommend, just because I'm dealing with actual money in real time. As you can see here, my numbers pretty much stayed the same. The income I balanced forward from the previous paycheck stayed the same. The salary stayed the same. I did have to do a little adjustment here. But all the bills, they just stayed the same. The only thing that really changes is spending categories. And I have 5 spending categories now. I try not to, but I'm still into therapy shopping, I guess. Self-medicating. I don't know what you want to call it. But there's a lot of unbudgeted happening, but not nearly as much as I did the previous month. And not everything we shop for is unbudgeted for a negative reason. Sometimes it's just household stuff that we're doing. Like I bought a kitchen sink faucet to replace the one that is going bad. Things like that that we need to take care of. And in fact, next paycheck you should see me purchasing a new dishwasher. So mine decided to leak, and we're just going to buy a new one, so we're good. Let's see here. The only thing left spending is grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, gasoline, and unbudgeted. So what I'm going to do is go to the weekly check-in. Let me pull this out for you. And we'll set up Paycheck 3 together. But the weekly check-in, where's that at? I am not filming the weekly check-ins, but I still do them. So here's the calendar for the weekly check-in, and this is just the spending. I had no spend day here and here, so there are very few no spend days, but it's not as full as last month when we first moved into this house and I was replenishing our pantry and just buying everything on Amazon. Like, that calendar, if I can find it real quick, was full. This was August. So September, not so much, but we're still spending kind of heavy. So this starts a new paycheck period. And did I forget to check off? I did forget to check these off. So I did go ahead and go through last week's unbudgeted and grocery, household, and miscellaneous, and there was a couple of restaurants. These aren't counted yet because they started on a new weekly check-in, so I haven't gotten there yet, but all of these were paid for and taken care of. They all went on the credit card, and then I use this to know how much to pay my credit card for our spending, and I also know how to pay for the credit card for budgeted items as well as any bills. So this is how I kind of keep track of that. So what were the results of my weekly check-in? I was negative $63.70. I didn't have any money left over, and in fact, I used money in the what I guess you could call a buffer, the checking account, which was just some cushion or whatever you want to call it, sitting there not being used, and its job was to sit there. So now that I have the numbers figured out, I know how much I spent. I spent $302.79 here in grocery household. I was already negative, and then I got a refund for something, and then after that refund got posted, I put it back in the budget, and then this was what was left over. I did find in restaurants we really limited our eating out, though weekends we tend to do a little more, and now that fall is here and it's cooler, pumpkin picking and fall festivals and all that stuff is going to be really fun. I'm sure we're going to deplete that. Gasoline, we didn't need as much. I thought we would be traveling a little bit more, but we canceled a few things just because we didn't have to go. And so that cushion with gasoline is kind of offsetting the cost of everything else. Still in the negative, less negative than last week in grocery household, but this is the last pay in the last week. So yeah, anything I spend grocery household going forward, which I know I will be, that's just above and beyond what we normally spend. So I think I'm done restocking everything for my pantry and all that stuff. So hopefully the grocery household stuff will start settling down soon. And then the rest of these categories I'm not so worried about. It's the miscellaneous, where I just have been over shopping and therapy shopping, that I've been eating that up quite fast. We only have $17 left, and yeah, that's not a lot. So anyways, this is where we're left off. So this page will help me with going back here to Paycheck 2, and I am going to make sure I'm straight on this screen there, and I need to find the totals for the entire paycheck period. So Paycheck 2 is consisted of this weekly check-in and this weekly check-in. So I can total this grocery household and this grocery household, and that will give me exactly the total amount I need, except for this money that came back. I would have to reduce it by that much, of how much I actually spent in this 2-week period. So that's what we're going to do right now, is we're going to total those numbers up, and we're going to go ahead and fill this out. I'm not going to worry about the over and under. Well, I'm not going to worry about the over and under because I think the totals are the same as this right here. So that would be that, and then we'll set up Paycheck 2. So I'm going to go ahead and write this out. I will be right back. Okay, I I am back. I had to step away for a second, and here I am coming back to my budget. So now that we have our income and now we're going to calculate our expenses, we're going to know how much money was left in the bank account the night before payday hit, which is Friday for us on the 23rd, and my husband gets paid every other Friday with his job. And so that's what we're figuring out right now. So let's go ahead and total up these expenses, see how much they were, and find out the actual number and that was actually sitting in our bank account, as well as what I'm going to write here on paper. And that way we know what to budget for in the next paycheck period. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So I've had to do several calculations here and I'm getting a little flustered, but that's okay. We're going to get through this. You're not going to see all that, but I am definitely feeling it. So paycheck 2, I'm going to total all these except for the adjustment because I don't think I have the right number for the adjustment to give me the balance forward. I already knew what the balance forward was before I got on camera, so that's what I need to make this work. Just somewhere along the line I did an adjustment, either last paycheck or previous one, and that is what made the problem now. So, but I do know for sure last night there was $4,334.13 in the bank account. I saw that before the deposit was made, so that was important. So let's total these up and then find the difference that will match that number. So I'm kind of reverse engineering, but sometimes when you're budgeting like this and the numbers don't come out right, but you do know that you have the right number for what your bank account says because nothing else is outstanding and nothing else needs to clear, you're good, right? So that's what we're doing here. Let me go ahead and do the math on this, and then we'll figure that up, and I'll let you know how much we actually spent. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my total here, $2,426.62. I need to find out how to get this number. Oh, yes. Okay, I thought I needed to make an adjustment and I don't. So I'm just going to put $0 here. No adjustment necessary. And because I didn't pay Amazon Prime, which is what I originally thought this was going to be for, out of my checking account, because this is just one account. This is my checking account. This needs to come out of, this came out of a savings account. Still paid it, but I paid it through the savings account. So that's why that was taking out of this ledger here, and I tracked it in the savings tracker. $2,426.62 is what I have, and that is what I totaled up here. So there we go. That works. Now that I have all these numbers taken care of, and I've taken care of the spending, now I need to go ahead and transfer this number here to paycheck 3, which is on the other side. I think I'm going to use this page and not this page. So I have the beginnings of what I need for paycheck 3. Now paycheck 3 is usually a lighter month. It doesn't have nearly as much that needs to be done. I'm just kind of transferring and making money moves and paying off paying onto the last bills of the month, and that's about it. So the money moves are my sinking funds and tithing. The bills were T-Mobile, Vivint, and this plumbing one. I did get a receipt that they got the check and they're cashing it. So as soon as it hits the bank account, then I can kind of check it off as an actual, but I know what I wrote my check amount for, and that's what the bill was for. So no big deal. Okay, so I am back. I have filled out my paycheck 3 budget. I got all the titles down, and then we're going to do the numbers together, and then that will be my budget for paycheck 3. And let's go ahead and dive in. So I have 3 income sources that are coming in my bank account that I have to account for. The first is the balance forward, whatever cash was left over in the checking account before the new paychecks showed up. That is the balance forward. Salary, my husband does have a salary check, and it is different from last time just because his salary was reduced for his Roth and other contributions that he is making for investments. So we definitely give into that. $2,523.47 should be the check he's going to get, or is the check that he received and should be getting every paycheck period for his salary checks. Now, we did live in the state of Virginia on the coast, and we moved out of state last month. But if you were a taxpayer in the state of Virginia, then there was a Virginia state tax rebate. And since we did direct deposit, they automatically direct deposit into our account. And for those filing jointly, got $500. It was $250 individual filers, and then $500 for married jointly. I don't have any others that I'm planning on, but if something else happens, like if you're doing DoorDash or some kind of selling on Facebook Marketplace or Mercari or Poshmark, things like that, you can add or put in income you've made during this paycheck period. If you have a regular job and do those things, you could total them up and put them here. And this was a great way to keep track of that. So, and keep it in small increments for yourself. Okay, now to the bills. I'll total these up in just a little bit, but T-Mobile was $216.32. Checking my notes over here. The next one was Vivint. I guess we've been paying monthly, same amount we paid in Virginia, so I guess we're going to pay that same amount. I haven't got the bill yet, so we'll see. $56.46. And then sinking funds, I put $466.54 away. And that is for annual expenses that happen once a year, and then some subscriptions that we have once a year. And then I've started adding things that come out quarterly for our, like our trash comes out quarterly. So I'm putting it there. And then when the trash bill comes and that's been that charges to our account, then I just pay back my credit card or my checking account with what was charged, however I set it up, depending on the utility company. So things like that. I just use a saving account for my sinking funds. Some people use checking accounts for their sinking funds. It just depends on how frequently you get into yours. I don't get into mine that frequently. It's not set up that way. So tithe is $254. The plumbing was $100 for a visit. He really didn't have to do a whole lot, but he educated me amazingly, and I'm so glad I found them. Grocery household, we are in the negatives for grocery household right now because I've been overspending. I'm still going to track it, but I'm not going to include this number for math purposes. I'm just going to kind of make a note we're in the negative. So anything that's actual will happen, and that will still keep it in negative. It'll just show me how much over for the month I spent in groceries. And I don't really restrict myself when I do that. I just spend. I get what we need, what we want, and I'm still figuring all that out here. Let's see. Restaurants, we have for the rest of this month $257.86. And then miscellaneous, I have $17.19. And then gasoline, I have $264.71, and I don't have anything for unbudgeted. But I think I will go unbudgeted just because I know we have to buy a dishwasher and I want to pay cash for it. We try to pay cash for everything as much as possible, even if it goes on the credit card. We pay cash for it. $1,633.08. All right, we're going to take that out of that $7,357.60. And that's going to give us a balance forward, hopefully savings. I'll probably come back and move a lot of this into savings this month is what I plan to do. And this will cover the unbudgeted for the dishwasher, things like that we need to buy. $5,724.52. So there we go. That is paycheck 3. I'm so glad that I'm done with that. I kept messing up and I'm really out of practice doing these videos. I thought I had my stuff together and apparently I did not. But at least I have my budget ready. I know my numbers. That's kind of part of having a budget, is having a relationship kind of with your budget, knowing the numbers intimately enough to know what they are. And that's what this is me knowing intimately, hey, that didn't sound right, because I've already run the numbers, or I'm familiar with what's coming in and going out, and that number looked a little off. So I need to go back and fix that. And once you get into swing of budgeting, it's amazing how quickly you pick up on those little tidbits of things that you know need to be taken care of. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in October in my monthly budget planner. Trying to move some stuff here. Sneak peek. Look at this beautiful cover. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this thing. That's a new cover for my 7x9 Erin Condren I'll be working out of. I'm not printing anymore. I'm excited to get into stickers and doing that, and I will show you that in my monthly video coming up next. I will see you guys next time. Bye.